Welcome back to another episode of Good Chatter. And today's episode, we're going to have 3 random questions each. And who knows what happens, okay? He doesn't know what I'm going to ask him. I don't know what he's going to ask me. And I'll start this thing off right here, okay? If you could be any pro athlete, who would you be?
It's a good question. All right, if I could be any pro athlete, who would I be? The answer used to be Derek Jeter. Because Derek Jeter, not only was he a shortstop at the Yankees, the #1 baseball franchise, he's in New York. He didn't commit to anybody, and he slept with everybody. And
That's why you chose Derek Jeter.
Yeah, 100%. That's
Yeah.
why I chose Derek Jeter.
Yeah.
I'm one of these guys that found the person I was going to be with at 19 years old. I never got to live that kind of life. So I'm always kind of curious to know, what is that life like? I think most guys wonder what it's like to basically have any girl in the world at their fingertips.
Yeah.
And he literally did.
He did, yeah.
And he ran it pretty well. And Magic Johnson used to do the same thing. And it probably would have been Derek Jeter, but I tell you what, right now I'm a huge fan of LeBron James. It's not just because LeBron James is on the Lakers, but I've watched LeBron like you have since he came out of high school. And a lot of people say, well, big deal when you say he's never been arrested. That's a big deal. I mean, LeBron James, remember when he came out, it was Carmelo Anthony, it was LeBron James, two guys I always compared him to. Carmelo went to college, LeBron didn't. Carmelo even got arrested. They got in problems, trouble with the law with marijuana. And at the time, marijuana was illegal in Denver. It doesn't matter. Either way, he broke the law. LeBron never gets in trouble, never gets caught cheating on his wife. He does great things with his money. He opens up schools. He puts the kids through college.
Yep.
I think he's a perfect example of what a professional athlete, well, we all hope they would be.
Of course, I think LeBron is the role model everybody wants to be, and I would choose the same answer. I'd be LeBron James. He doesn't go with other girls, which is fine. Like, that's cool. He has the same girl he's had since high school, but he is the man, and I would choose LeBron also.
All right, randomly, here we go.
Okay.
If you could play for any professional team, who would you choose?
Man, that's a tough question. Shortstop for the Yankees. It has to be baseball because you're in the least amount of physical pain, I would say, compared to basketball, running up and down the court, football, just getting the crap kicked out of you. I would be probably Derek Jeter, shortstop for the Yankees. And because you run the city, everybody knows who the shortstop of the Yankees is. It's a worldwide brand. As much as I want to be quarterback for the Cowboys or point guard for the Lakers, those two positions, who knows how long your career could last. Derek Jeter played for about 20 years, so I would choose the Yankees. What about you?
Yeah. If I could play for any team, it would probably be the Dodgers. I'd pick baseball. I'd go with the Dodgers. That was my favorite team growing up. Love Los Angeles. Nothing like the crowd in L.A. They always draw the most people. For me, it would be the Dodgers.
Okay. Next question.
It's my turn. My turn to ask you a question.
You just asked me a question.
Oh, okay. God dang it. I'm so ready.
Okay, go.
I'm so ready to go. Okay.
Go ahead.
I thought it was you go one, I go one, then I get to go again.
Okay.
Okay. Here we go. Ready?
All right.
List your top 5 cereals.
All right.
Now, look, before
I'm
we get to
passionate
this,
about this.
I know that's why I'm laughing, because I threw it out there, and no matter what he's about to say, you're going to scream right now at the camera or scream at the screen, and you're going to go, Josh, you don't know what the hell you're talking about. You're leaving out Count Chocula or some crazy shit. So let's hear what your top 5 are, because nobody's going to agree with you. And of everything we do today, this is probably going to take the most heat.
Yeah, nobody agrees with me with anything I say, so I don't give a shit. All right, we're going to start from 5, go back down to 1. And let's start here. When the hell was everybody lactose intolerant? I'm lactose intolerant. He's lactose intolerant. Everybody's lactose intolerant. Everybody can't eat cereal nowadays. It sucks. I have to eat like skim milk or like almond milk or like cashew milk. It's like the weirdest. I don't know what happened. All right. Number 5, Cocoa Crisp.
Really?
Cocoa Crisp. All right.
Okay.
It's basically a cookie cereal. Like, how if you like cookies, you're gonna like this cereal. Like, everybody likes Cocoa Crisp. Do you like Cocoa Crisp?
Yeah.
Cookie Crisp. I apologize. Cookie Crisp.
Okay.
You know
I
what I'm talking
thought I thought you were saying Cocoa Pebbles.
No, that's coming later.
Okay, no.
Cookie Crisp.
No, Cookie Crisp is not in my top 5.
Okay, whatever. All right, number 4.
I just told you we wouldn't agree.
Number 4, peanut butter Cap'n Crunch. I know it wrecks the top of your mouth, but it tastes delicious. Like, if you like peanut butter, you like peanut butter Cap'n Crunch. You like peanut butter Cap'n Crunch?
No, I don't.
Why?
I like Crunch Berries.
Dude, Crunch Berries are overrated. If I did an overrated list, Crunch Berries would be on that one. You're probably
Okay.
a Life guy, too.
I'm not a Life cereal guy.
All right. Number 3, Raisin Bran.
Raisin Bran.
Raisin Bran's good, right?
It is.
I get a lot of flack for Raisin Bran.
It's
Raisin
not bad
Bran,
for you.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I think it's good for you. I think there's sugar, but
They put
there's
sugar
raisins
on the
yeah.
raisins. You know what's weird is if you ever add raisins to it, Okay, so I need more raisins. You add raisins to it. Those raisins you add just sink straight to the bottom.
Yeah.
You can't find them in the gutting
They
milk.
put special raisins in there.
No,
Yeah.
bullshit. It's the sugar that makes it float or something.
Yeah, that is true. They put sugar with it. Okay, Raisin Bran's really good. If you don't like Raisin Bran, you're just a hater. Number two, Cocoa Pebbles. All
I'm
right,
with
Cocoa
you.
Pebbles
Cocoa
are
Pebbles are
delicious.
great.
Like, chocolate guy. I love everything chocolate. Cocoa Pebbles is like, you can't go wrong with
I'm
Cocoa
with you.
Pebbles. I also like Fruity Pebbles, probably on my 6 through 10 list.
Oh, you'll eat Fruity Pebbles, but not Crunch Berries?
That's where I draw the line.
Okay.
And number one, this is even a debate, okay? CTC, Cinnamon Toast Crunch. If you don't like Cinnamon Toast Crunch, you can get the hell out of here. All right? Cinnamon Toast Crunch is by far the best cereal. You can eat it in the morning. You eat it for lunch. You eat it for dinner. And you'll still love it any time of the day. Dessert. It doesn't matter. Cinnamon Toast Crunch is the best cereal, hands down.
You aren't crazy. I tell you, I was a
I'm
big
not crazy.
Frosted Flakes guy as a kid. I liked Lucky
I like
Charms.
Frosted Flakes, yeah.
The Cinnamon Toast Crunch, I remember first time Josh gave it to me, and I was like, what the hell are we about to eat here? He's right. You cannot stop eating Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Dude, next thing you know, you ate the whole box.
Yeah, the whole box.
Yeah,
and
it's
you're like,
crazy.
what the hell happened here? It is. It's the most addictive goddamn food going.
Yeah.
All right. I'm not going to fight with you on your number one.
Yeah.
Other people will.
Yeah, well,
Didn't think you're crazy.
Come find me, okay? All right. If you could choose one of your teams to win a championship, who would you choose?
Okay, that's good. It's funny. I'm wearing an Alabama hat right now, and huge Alabama fan. Josh played football at Alabama. When Josh was at Alabama, I was so nervous every single game. Even though Alabama was favored by 25 points in every game, I wanted you to have that national championship ring so bad that every single week I was like paralyzed from Friday through Saturday night to see what Alabama was going to do. Still love Alabama football. You and I never miss a game, obviously. You still know a bunch of people in the program, and a bunch of your teammates are in the NFL. Love Alabama. People who know me know I follow the Dodgers, and I follow the Lakers, and the Lakers just won, so it's a big check mark. I tell you what, I love the Dodgers in the World Series. I really would hope the Dodgers win the World Series this year. As we do this show right now, it's tied 1-1 of the 2020 World Series. Really would love the Dodgers to win, but Josh and I coach high school baseball together, and we
like
coach
this.
at Bonita
Yep.
Vista High School. So if I could choose one team to win the entire thing, I want to see you and I win either a CIF or a state championship for Bonita Vista. I think it'll be a memory that will be basically we'll remember the rest of our lives.
I didn't think you were going to go that direction. I didn't even think about coaching high school baseball with you, but if I could choose one, I would choose high school baseball. As weird as that sounds, much as I love the Padres, Lakers, Alabama, I really want to win.
Actually, we're
high school
actually
championship.
connected, right?
Yeah.
We're connected into it. So it's different. All right, here we go. For you, it's your question is, Josh is single, and not saying that there's a rush to find the perfect girl or get married, but I'm going to ask you, what are you looking for in the perfect girl? What is it that you're going to find to say, okay, this is the girl that I could spend the rest of my life with?
That's a fantastic question. All right. We'll just go the things that really, really matter, okay? Obviously, like, you got to care about, like, physical appearance. And people go, are you a tits or an ass guy? I'm a face guy, okay? How about that? I care about the face more than anything. When you go physical appearance, that's where you start. But emotionally, has to have good family values, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna stop you right now, okay?
Okay.
Because people get turned off when you said physical appearance. Let's all be honest here, okay? Before you sit there and start ripping him on how shallow he is on this, you don't know what's on a person's inside until you see the outside first.
Of course.
You aren't going to get to know their inside unless you say there's something on the outside I'm attracted to. So you might be beautiful on the inside, but on the outside, if you're a train wreck, he's never going to get to know your inside.
Yeah.
Okay, so you hear that all the time. So what I'm defending you right now is that, there are tons of people who are great on the inside and have hearts of gold. That's what we're looking for. That's a part of the complete package. But you aren't going to take your time if you're a train wreck before you get a chance to understand who you are.
Yeah, you have to be good looking to get in the door. Like, obviously, like I'm with you on this. People give me a hard time because I talk about physical appearance on this, but like you have to be attracted, okay, assholes. Here we go. Good family values. Sense of humor, which is a big thing because I try to make people laugh.
We try to laugh at everything.
Yeah, we try to laugh at everything. Compassionate.
Yes.
You have to care about others because if you just care about yourself, then it's not going to work out. And just like caring, just a good person. People that don't talk about themselves in every situation, because you find a lot of girls nowadays where everything has to be about them. If it's a give and take between me and you, we have a good conversation. We care about each other. That's what I want.
Minimum height?
5'5".
5'5" is the minimum?
5'5".
Max height?
Like 6'1".
Oh, really? There you go.
Yeah,
Okay.
you can wear heels around me. I'm cool with that.
Well, and Josh is tall, so it works out. So, okay, so hair color, does it matter?
Doesn't matter.
There, it doesn't matter. There you go. Eye color doesn't matter?
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, I never know what color anyone's eyes are.
I don't either. Yeah.
Yeah.
People get mad at me for that too. But
Me too.
Yeah.
My whole life. Like, hey, do you know their eye color? No, I don't.
yeah, no, not at all. Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. Last question. Who was your crush growing up?
This is funny because it's a good question to ask right now. Anyone who knows me knows it was Nicole Eggert. Nicole Eggert was my crush growing up, and it's funny, in the last few years, I will honestly say, Nicole and I are friends.
Yeah.
And we're Facebook friends and Instagram, and she's been on my podcast show, and it used to be a running joke for 20 years that try and get Nicole Eggert to come on for my birthday, because I told the Nicole Eggert story growing up. She posted something the other day, and it was creepy as hell to see it now as an adult. But she posted a time when she was on the TV show Who's the Boss, and she was like 12 years old. Remember, at the time, I'm 12 years old too.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not stalking 12-year-old girls. I'm not a weirdo. I was 12, she was 12, okay? And I remember seeing the episode, and I went, oh my God, who's that? Mm-hmm. And at 12 years old, she became my crush. Well, she wasn't a reoccurring character on Who's the Boss. I was kind of pissed off about that. Wasn't a fan of that show, but I'm watching, waiting for Marcy to come back. And funny, I remember the name.
That's so funny.
And she was on the TV show Charles in Charge. So when I was in high school in Los Angeles, we used to go to filmings all the time. So anyone who's lived in LA or been to a taping of a show, the shows are free. You just got to get in line to get in to go see the shows. So I would go see the TV show Charles in Charge, where Scott Baio's the nanny, basically takes care of these 3 kids, and she was the hot sister. And I would go and watch tapings of these shows, and then I would try and meet her after the show. And I met her a few times after the show, and she was great. She was always nice. She never blew me off. And then Jeff pointed out, dude, you were a stalker. And I go, I wasn't a stalker. And then he goes, how many times did you go? And I was like, I don't know, like 20 times. How many episodes did they film? I go, like 22. You were a stalker. And when he explained it that way, I'm like, holy shit, was I a stalker? And it was all in my head. And so I was so into her that other girls would ask me out, and I wouldn't go out with her because I kept thinking Nicole Eggert's about to call me.
Who asked you out? Tell him who asked you out.
Christina Applegate asked me out for Married with Children.
Anchorman, the girl from Anchorman.
Veronica Corningstone.
It's crazy.
And I wouldn't go out with her because I swore in my head Nicole Eggert's going to call my house any minute. And this is before cell phones. So I would literally not do jack shit on the weekends. And I would just sit there.
And she had your number?
Yeah, she had my number. And I'd just look at the phone and I'd go, is she going to call? And then she never called. It was a sad story.
That's the saddest
it's
thing
pitiful.
I've ever heard.
Yeah, I know. I'm pitiful. And I'm like, why the hell would she call me? But she was so nice to me that I was friggin', she's going to call. Other girls are sitting there asking me out from different TV shows. And I'm like, all right, this is going to happen. Well, it never freaking happened. And it became a running joke on the Dave and Jeff show for years. And then she came on, was nice enough a couple years ago to come on, and super great. And so it's embarrassing now when I look back at it that, hey, maybe I carried this on a little bit too far and probably made her uncomfortable. But I thought for sure her and I would be dating, and it never happened. We never end up going out. But it is pretty funny that you brought this up now, because I wrote to her this week and said, oh my God. I said, I see you now on an episode of Who's the Boss when I first saw you, and now I think back to all the times I try to track you down on Thursday nights for tapings of Charles in Charge. I just wrote back, I'm so sorry. And she said, it's all good, my friend. And, and so that was it. So she's been a good sport through the whole thing, but oh my God, I can't imagine any listener that ever ran into her or text her or out through like social media just bearing the hell out of me. And she's like, who's this freak in San Diego?
Yeah.
And so she's been a running story on the Dave and Jeff show for 22 years. We've been talking about
I'm
this.
glad you guys are friends now and you guys mended your relationship.
You don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Here's a funny thing. So the story gets a little bit more pitiful, okay? I'm quick to laugh at myself. So I had a poster of Nicole on my wall when I was in high school, okay? And my buddies are like, dude, are you going to give this a rest? Like, there's no one that thought this was normal, just so you know, even when I was in high school. Like, you have no chance.
Yeah.
And I remember my buddy Bill comes over to the house, and he walks in, and he sees the poster on the wall, and he goes, man, she's taller than I thought. And I was like, dipshit. I go, it's how high I put the poster on the wall. If I lower the poster, guess what? She's going to be a lot shorter than you thought. Like, I was just looking at it. Get the hell out of the house.
Get out of here.
Don't talk about my Nicole Eggert poster. Get the hell out of here. And
Sensitive spot for you.
that was it. So, yeah, that was my childhood crush. Do you ever have a childhood crush?
Oh, man. Probably like Victoria Justice.
What's she in?
Dude, I'm so bad. It was like one of the TV shows on like Nickelodeon or Disney. I'm so bad. I never really had like a childhood crush though.
Good for you.
Know. It was just like girls in school that I thought were hot.
Yeah,
that was it.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, it was girls I could actually attain, unlike you. I was realistic with myself. All right, we've been lacking a little bit on the Jake stories. We got a great one right now. You can take it over.
Okay, so I said there's so many stories that we like to tell about Jake to keep his memory alive, and I was telling Josh this one the other day. I told someone else this the other day. So as I mentioned before, we coach baseball here in San Diego, and Jake was coaching the Bears with me as well. So where we live, we had a practice, and we had a game actually at Santana High School for travel ball, and it's early in the morning. We get on the freeway like at 7 in the morning. There's nobody on the road on a Sunday. And we're going down the 125 to the 52. Sounds like the Californians. Yeah. So going on the 52, going east, and there's nobody there. And I'm in your mom's car, which was a low riding car. And I'm driving. All of a sudden, this big truck behind me just starts flashing their lights and honking. And it's like a 4-lane freeway. And there's no one else on the road but him and us. And Jake and I are just having a normal conversation. People say I have a quick temper. You can push me pretty quick, but Jake was quicker than me.
Oh, yeah.
And so the guy's, yelling at us and going, what the hell? So we go pulling off on Magnolia, which is like the last exit on the freeway. And this guy pulls off on Magnolia, and he's right next to us. And I'm still not even paying attention. I'm listening to your brother and what he has to say. Mm-hmm. He's not really paying attention. This guy in his truck has his window down, and he's going, giving me the sign, put the window down. Put it down. And I rip the window down, and he goes, hey, learn how to fucking drive. And I'm like, what are you talking about? You had 4 lanes. We weren't in your way. Learn how to drive or get off the road. And then Jake's like, what's the deal with this guy? And he's still not mad. And then he says something, I'm talking to you two. And your brother gets out of the car, and Jake, 6'3", he's all built up, and probably pushing 280 to 300 pounds, was like the size of an NFL offensive lineman, but you couldn't tell how big he was in that car.
Yeah.
Jake just opens the door and gets out, and he punches this guy in the side of the face, and this guy knocked out. And he just...
Right in the road?
Right in the road, right? And he just rolls right through the intersection, just out cold. Jake gets back in the car, doesn't say anything. Like, man, I one-punched that guy. Didn't say anything. Got back in the car, put the seatbelt on, and we just drove off. We made our left turn. He just freaking right across the road, right into the side till his car stopped against the median. And then we left. And your brother just one-timed that guy because he just kind of pushed it too far. And I was thinking, this guy's mind had to be thinking, oh, I got these guys. I'm going to give him a piece of my mind, until your brother got out and he had to shit himself. The guy had to see this big, giant guy going, oh, my God, what did I just do?
Yeah.
And there's nowhere for him to go at the time. It's a red light, he's thinking. And your brother just one-timed him right in the side of the face, right through the window.
Good.
Yeah.
You deserved it. All right. Subscribe on YouTube, JP25 Media. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter, Dave Palet, Josh Palet, JP25 Media. Thanks for watching.